Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna answer some more questions. I'm trying to get there to be less than 100 asks in my box. So, yeah. Anyway, first question. Why do you seem to have an issue identifying yourself as a feminist? I wouldn't say I have an issue identifying myself as a feminist. I just don't identify as a feminist. I feel like I am one, as a result of, like, my views and my thoughts and everything, but it's not anything that I'm striving to be necessarily, or I don't know. I feel very conflicted. I don't know how to really answer this question, and I think that might be in part because I have a very specific idea of what a feminist is. I know what being a feminist means. I know what feminism means and stands for and all of that stuff, and my views and my thoughts definitely align with that. But I guess it's just that I don't identify as such because it's not necessarily something that I'm striving to be. I suppose I could maybe elaborate on this more, but I don't really know how. I don't have anything against feminists at all. A considerable portion of my friends are feminists. So it's nothing like that. I just don't identify as one. So yeah. Next question. I know you've talked about your mom before and not having a good relationship with her. Sorry if you've answered this before. Do you still talk to her? If not, do you wish you talked to her more? Is not having a good relationship with her something that you still wish you had? Ever consider trying to reconcile? Is it something you ever think about? Is it something that still hurts you? Sorry for all that. I know it. I too have a shitty relationship with mine, so I was just wondering. Thank you. I talk to my mom maybe once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks, sometimes like a couple times a week. It just depends. She's usually the one who calls me. I generally don't call her. Do I wish I talked to her more? No. No, I don't. I don't really wish I had a good relationship with my mom. I don't have any interest in trying to reconcile that, no. My relationship with my mom has never hurt me. I just don't really like her. She's not a bad person or anything like that. She's just not for me. If anything, I wish I didn't have to talk to her at all. But I'm not a heartless bitch, and I know she loves me, and all of that stuff. So, we maintain like a totally false bullshit relationship, and she knows that, but that's all she can really get from me, so she takes it. But it is what it is. I'm fine with what we have going on. I don't want anything more. I don't. Next question. I'm a victim of physical and sexual abuse. My boyfriend is supportive and patient and understanding, but his friends throw around the word rape, like I raped that game, and they also joke about sexual and physical violence towards women anytime they come over. Once or twice a week, we live together, I think. She and her boyfriend live together. It's really triggering to me and makes me really vulnerable and upset. I mentioned this to my boyfriend, and he understands. But there's nothing he can do to change it. How do I cope? I don't like this fucking question. The first time I read this, I got really mad. Because these people are coming into your space, your house, and throwing around words and things that make you feel bad, and you feel like you just have to fucking sit there and swallow it. And that's bullshit. That's total fucking bullshit. So I think that maybe you could, if you don't feel like you can talk with these boys directly, you could have a talk with your boyfriend and just be like, hey, yo, I'm totally down with you having your friends over, but if they're going to talk like that and they're going to make me feel this way in my own space, I don't want them here. So I feel like it would be far easier for them to change up their verbiage a little bit than it would be for you to, like, sit and try to, like, swallow the shit and everything that it brings up for you every fucking time they come over. So, I mean, I understand, like, your boyfriend's, like, really sweet about it and stuff, but him just being like, there's nothing I can do, is kind of bullshit. So somebody needs to have a talk with these boys and be like, hey, this is not okay, and you can't, like, be in her space if you're going to be doing that. Maybe your boyfriend can go over there or whatever, or maybe they can change up their verbiage, but you should not have to deal with that or cope in your own fucking house. Fuck that. That's unacceptable. Next question. I've been married for 8 years and I haven't given my husband oral since we got hitched. I can't bring myself to do it, and it stems from past abuse from an ex. It's too triggering for me, but I don't feel like I can tell my hubby that, specifically because he'd feel too badly about asking for it. It makes me feel bad for him, like he should just go find somebody who can do that for him. Any advice at all? I think, rather than assuming that, like, it's just going to make him feel bad for, like, asking to put his dick in your mouth, that you should, like, talk with him and be like, hey, I can't do this for you for, like, this reason, and I don't want you to think that this has anything to do or anything to do with you or anything that you did wrong, and I want you to understand, like, where this is, why this is the way it is, and where it's coming from, and I don't want you to take it personally, because he very well could be assuming that it's, like, has something to do with him or whatever. And I think communication is really important about things like this, especially because it can, like, maybe he will stop asking for it. Maybe you two can, like, figure something out. I don't know. But just, like, sitting there and keeping it inside yourself and just, like, I don't know, pretending like it's nothing. That's not good. Just not good. I know it can be hard to talk about. Maybe you could write it down for him. Write him a letter or something like that. But it could very well be something that he's confused about. So, I think it would be best for you to probably just talk with him, give him some kind of understanding, that we were both on the same page, and nobody feels bad. Yep. How long is this? 8 minutes. Maybe I could find one more question. Let's see. Okay, I get this question a lot. How do you feel about self-harm? I've been self-harming since I was 12, and I think it's due to a rape I experienced as a young girl. My stance on self-harm, I don't like it, but I get it. I understand that it can do a lot for a person. Like, for some people, it's, like, a really crucial part of, like, their grieving or whatever. And as long as you're not, like, almost killing yourself or doing yourself great harm, I think I told you it was going to freeze. That movie's really scratched.
Yeah, it is frozen.
Do you want to come sit with me?
Yeah, but I think the movie's frozen.
It is. You can go turn it off if you want.
No.
Yeah, for some people that it, cutting or whatever it may be, it can do a lot more for them than any sort of, like, prescription medication or anything like that. So I would I wouldn't, like I said, I don't like it, but I get it. It's not something I've ever done. I've never had the urge to do it. I don't think it would do anything for me other than hurt me. But I get it. My initial response, like when I see people doing it or I find out that people are doing it, my initial response is to be like, hey, no, stop, don't do that. But at the same time,
I love pictures.
okay, we'll take some pictures when I'm done with this, okay?
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm like, I know this is part of a process for you, and I know that like I necessarily don't like it, but I also know that it's like making you feel better. What's up?
My movies.
I know.
But
Can you see that I'm doing something?
Yeah, but my movies scratch.
Anyway, yeah. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna take some pictures with him. Yeah. You wanna say bye to everybody?
Bye.
You wave. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego. Is that me and you?
That was me and you.